Well, welcome back to Wisdom with the Wise Counselor podcast. I'm your host, Lateef. And if you didn't know, this podcast is all about emotional resiliency, thinking about wellness and mental health, reclaiming your authority, and learning how to live your life on purpose and in purpose. Not some of the time, but 24/7, 365. If you didn't know, the month of June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. This is a month where I'm going to be intentional about using my platform to continue to speak to young kings and seasoned emperors about the importance of mental health. I don't care if you're 13 or you're 93. We have got to continue to have real, raw, and honest conversations and continue to break down the stigma for men in the arena of mental health. So that's what we're doing today. Family, let's get truthful today. Let's get gritty today. We all know somebody, a brother, a son, a father, a friend who is struggling silently. Think about somebody in your life, a man that you know who is probably struggling silently. And then I want you to think about a man in your life that you know is struggling silently. And while mental health and emotional instability don't care about gender, society sure seems to act like it does. I'm not here to put men or women on a pedestal today. I'm not here to say that females versus males are better, but today I'm talking about men's mental health. In a generation where everybody is encouraged to be as loud as possible, where vulnerability is a form of social currency for some, men are still told to tone it down, swallow it, man up, and you don't dare cry in public. Men don't go to therapy. Men don't talk about therapy. Don't say that you're hurting. Don't even admit that you're lost. Let me remind you of this. Mental health does not skip masculinity. It doesn't get filtered through testosterone. It doesn't make exceptions for strength or titles or fatherhood or paycheck sizes or how big your V16 engine is, whatever. Yet so many men are still walking around conditioned to equate getting help with being weak. Did you hear me? Too many men are still walking around equating getting help with being weak. But here's the thing, kings. Suffering in silence doesn't make you stronger. It simply makes you invisible. Let me say it again. Suffering in silence doesn't make you stronger. It makes you invisible. The truth is, many men are navigating quiet storms inside of their minds while trying to appear fine. And the saddest part is, so many of us don't even know that we're drowning because we've never been taught what emotional breathing even looks like. We've been taught to provide, but not to process. We were taught to lead, but not to listen to ourselves. We were taught to protect others, but not to protect our peace. And when a man finally tries to speak up, society often meets him with some type of skepticism or sarcasm or shame. We ask men to be open, but when they are, we turn their pain into punchlines. I know you know what I'm talking about today. But today, I'm here to tell you this. Men can be masculine and be mentally vulnerable. Men can be powerful and still need a coach or a therapist or a counselor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a licensed independent social worker. You fill in the blank. Men can be leaders and also need to cry. We've got to stop pretending that silence is strength. Sometimes silence is suffering. And what you don't say could be the very thing that is keeping you from your healing. To everybody listening, especially those who don't identify as men, I want you to hear this too. You can't say men don't open up and then make fun of the ones who do. You can't claim to care about equality if you only advocate for emotional spaces for some people. And creating spaces for men to heal, to express, and to feel without judgment isn't a favor. It's a necessity. If you're a man listening to this, let me speak directly to your heart. You are allowed to not be okay. You are allowed to reach out for support. You are allowed to step out of your silence and into your healing. This isn't just about self-care. This is about self-liberation. This is about reclaiming the parts of you that never got to breathe. It's not weakness to say that I need help. It's actually wisdom. And wisdom, my brother, is what makes you whole. Here's some post-podcast homework I want you to do. As always, let's not let this go in one ear and out the other. Some reflection questions for you. Number one, who is the man in your life that you think might be struggling silently? I want you to reach out to him this week, not to fix him, but just to be present. Number two, what belief do you carry about masculinity that might be limiting your emotional freedom? I want you to journal on where that came from and whether it's still serving you. And number three, if you're a man listening, what is one small step that you can take towards your emotional wellness this week? Maybe it's a call. Maybe it's looking up some more information about the types of therapy that are out there. Maybe you grab a journal from the 99-cent store and start writing down your thoughts. Maybe you open up a notes section in your phone and just start jotting down. Maybe you go dive into a book or maybe you join a group that talks about the importance of counseling and getting help. I don't know. Figure something out. One small step that you can take towards helping yourself develop emotionally this week. Family, that is what I have for today. I really want people to think about this episode because when we think about our existence, men and women from an emotional standpoint are wired differently, but help is help no matter what. So I hope that our conversations today don't go in one ear and out the other. I need you to reflect on that. If you are a man and you're not feeling like your whole self, I want you to pray. I want you to journal. I want you to talk to your homeboys about it. Great. But I also want you to think about this. There are licensed professional clinicians who you can build rapport and relationships with that can help guide you, coach you, counsel you into the best form of yourself, and will walk along with you in that journey together in a spirit of confidentiality. So know that. Remember, true counseling is going to be confidential, with the exception of if you're thinking about hurting yourself, somebody else, or committing a crime. So remember, there is no time like the present moment to reclaim yourself. Think about what you're going to use from this episode today, and I want you to put it into practice. I want you to take some time to dive deeper into how you're going to walk in your purpose. And I want you to remember that great things do not happen overnight. Ease into yourself and give yourself permission to pause and even to say, wait, this isn't the moment. At the end of the day, I want you to always remember the authority that you have in your own life. In fact, when it's all said and done, you are the only one in control of your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions to what life throws your way. As always, family, I appreciate you joining me on this episode of Wisdom with the Wise Counselor. Brothers, I love you. I see you, and I want you to be the best that you can be. So that might mean you need to be unprideful, and get off your high horse and talk about going to see somebody for some additional emotional support and help so that you can unlock the next levels of you and really be great. See, you think you're great, but I know that there's a next evolution and a next degree of you, man. I'm whispering that into your ear today. There is a next evolution of your greatness available. You just might need to partner up with somebody that can help expose and clear out those weeds so that you know where you're going. Remember, you are the one who's in control of your reactions to what life throws your way. You may have walked a hard life. You may have been told yes when it should have been no. You may have been told no when it should have been yes. At the end of the day, baby, what's said is said. What's done is done. I want you to move forward from today. So know that I believe in you, know that I honor you, know that you have purpose and that you are here for a reason. And I have no doubt that you are listening to this podcast for a reason. I want you to be encouraged today, family. And I want you to do something about what you've heard in this podcast today. Talk to yourself, talk to your brother, talk to your son, share this with whoever you need to share this with, because the topic of men's mental health is not a topic that I'm ever going to go to sleep on. I can guarantee that to the day that I die. If you're a man and we're talking about mental health, we're going to have some moments where we get real raw and honest, because I want you to be better, King, and you deserve that for you and the people that you are supporting and that you love. As always, know that I'd have no doubt that whatever you're walking through this week, you've got this. I'm asking and praying that you be well.